Hey guys, so I'm making just a short video. Behind me, there's tornadoes all over the place up in like in Iowa. They're about to have 70-mile-an-hour winds in Chicago. That's your windy city. Um, I mean, you can blame Intel Corporation because I was screaming out, crying out, begging and pleading. Nobody would tell the truth. Even when I did everything I was supposed, they saw the miracles happen. They saw the floods, they saw the hurricanes, they saw the zebra mussels clogged up all of Austin, and we didn't have drinking water for a week. And people were even pointing at us, saying, "Hey, they were coming to me saying, look, the water really smells like dead fish. Look, I want you to see it." And one guy even comes by, look, Tower Babel is a big jingle set. He goes, Tower Babel. I mean, everybody knows, and nobody will tell the truth. That was 2018. They still fired me. Here I am. I got to stop and restart. Look, restarted. Anyway, there's a tornado that just hit Little Rock. I mean, this is not the plague. The Lord God promised He was going to free me, just like He promised Moses and all the children of Israel. It,
No, I'm
he
not.
doesn't do it overnight,
It's
but
for real.
He's tired because He's tired of liars. I mean, He's proven that you have lied about everything, and you still won't arrest the criminals.
I know we're not
So
supposed
the
to sit back
Lord
here, but I
God,
had to pee and
He
I'm
tells me
pissed
He
off.
did give somebody a plague last night. He did. He was a man walking through a field of goats. That's all I know is he was in a field of goats.
Oh shit,
And
it's right there. I told you.
it's not my will. It's your will because you won't tell the truth. You won't, no matter what I do, what I say, where I go, no matter how bad it gets for me, no matter what you do to me, people just walk by and laugh at
Which
me.
way? Is it going
When
that
I
way?
lived in
Is
the
it going
streets of Los Angeles, when I was sleeping on the streets in Chinatown, people just walked by.
Does it
I
come
thought it was
towards us?
okay. They
It goes
just
that way.
stepped
I
around me.
can't
I'm
tell.
gonna stop and restart. Okay, so I stopped and restarted. I'm gonna stop that video. Let's just stop it. We'll do cancel. That would be good. There's tornadoes all over the place. Confirmed tornado in Arkansas. They got hit by 4 tornadoes like at 2 o'clock today. 2 o'clock they had 4 tornadoes. They still got tornadoes going on through Arkansas. It's just going to get worse, guys. It doesn't stop until someone tells the truth to the world what you did. Um, yeah, they're still coming. But anyway, Chicago's getting hit next. That's what they're saying on TV. Um, I do not control animals, insects, weather, or plagues. I don't. The problem is everybody has known who I was since I was 12 years old in Lone Grove, and still nobody wants to tell the truth. I mean, I'm going to stop and restart. Okay, so I'm back. Now, I remember Rhonda Glenn, I mean, everybody knew who I was. Everybody knew. Everybody knew. Sherman Mercury is like, she came to school, and everybody does the same thing. They always say, oh, he's lying about this. He's making this. Now he's got Sherman Mercury lying about catching 4-pound bass when he called it. I mean, no. I mean, this stuff happens. Um, there's a girl from a lady. She's a lady now from Marietta, Oklahoma. She was like the first person I dated that I really dated when I had my truck. One second, I gotta stop her. So I'm trying to think of her name. She knows who she is. One second. Jim Conway introduced me to her. Sandy Hembry. I'll be right back. One second. Okay, I'm back. Sandy Hembry. Now I was out here by Don Graham's house, and we 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 parked and we were talking, and she said it's time to leave, and we were getting ready to leave. So we were getting ready to start the truck, and all the smoke came out of the car. I had a push button to start because my ignition was busted. I mean, you could just turn the key and it would start. So someone in the what's it called? It's on the starter. The solenoid. The solenoid had a problem. So Chris's stepfather Raul showed me how to wire past it with a button, a push button. Now I'd replaced the wires, and the wires got so hot they melted, and we saw smoke. I saw fire. There was no power to the car at all. None. It just died. There was smoke everywhere. And one second, I'll stop and restart. Restart. Okay, anyway, there was smoke everywhere, and the truck wouldn't start, it wouldn't do anything, and I was scared to push the button. And we got out and we started trying to walk to Lone Grove. Now we were out by Don Graham's house. Somebody told me about it after we did. They said they put a gazebo right there where like there was a wedding or something because we were parked right there in the entrance to that field. Uh, anyway, I just went by it the other day. The gazebo's out there, a little brown gazebo. It's a nice area now. Back then, it was just a pasture, as far as I know. It's nighttime. Anyways, just past Don Graham's house. He was the shop teacher, and we tried to walk and we heard dogs barking. It was scary. I said, we got to go back to the truck. We go back and we start to get in the truck, and it was cold. So I gave her my coat and I said, let's just try to sleep. Let's just try to sleep. And I stop and restart. Stop and restart. Okay. Yeah, it was really cold that night. And so we just we're just gonna lay down and try to sleep in the truck because it was freezing cold. You couldn't walk because the dogs were terrifying. I mean, you don't know what's out there at night. There's no lights, nothing. There's pitch black, and we're getting ready to sleep. And I wake up. I don't know how long I slept, but I woke up. I was freezing. I said, "Are you freezing?" She said, "Yes, I'm freezing." I said, "I'm gonna try to start the truck again." So I sat up, and I think I left a coat with her, and I sat up, and I made a prayer. I said, "Dear Lord, please start this truck so I can get Sandy home so her grandmother doesn't worry." And then I turned the keys on, and the car was alive. There were lights, there was power. Before there was no battery, nothing. And I pressed the button, and it started the truck. And I got out to check to see if there was any smoke or fire because I didn't want to burn down. I'm gonna stop and restart. Okay, restart. Anyway, it started. I got out and checked, and I had the lights on and stuff. I said, "There's no smoke." She's like, "No, let's just go. Let's go." I said, "Yeah." I said something like, "Yeah, you're right. Let's get as far as we can in case the truck catches on fire," because I didn't trust it. So we start driving. We get all the way down Lone Grove. There's power to everything, but when your battery shorts out, you lose your clock on your radio. So I didn't know what time it was. I mean, you didn't have cell phones back then. You got them now, but. Well, we didn't know what time it was. So we get there and we see the Lone Grove Bank because it's on that road. Newport is the other side, but we see the Lone Grove Bank. I got to stop and restart. Anyway, we saw the time. I was like, great, it's only 11:30 or 10:30, whatever. I had like 30 minutes to get her home. I can't remember. Is it 10:30 or 11:30? I'm going to stop and restart. Okay. Anyway, um, I said, great. We're just going to keep going because we made it here. We made it here. We can just keep going. And I remember everything I said. We took off. I got her home like 5 minutes before time. And then I get to Votech the next day, and all of a sudden, everybody's saying, Brett rigged his truck to do this. He made this happen. He made that happen. He's got Sandy lying. Sandy prayed to God, and the truck started. No, I really prayed to God, and the truck started. That happened in the First Baptist Church. There were a lot of witnesses. Janet Bogle was there. Jennifer Bogle was there. Clint, I don't remember who he was. The youth director. He was there. And Clint's the one who proved to God that he had faith to start the truck. He did. I mean, we all made the prayer. I made the prayer. We all made the prayer together. I'm gonna stop and restart. One second. Okay, anyway, we're coming back from Fort Worth, and we were in Sanger. We were right outside of Sanger. We were at that bridge, and I was talking to Chad Rutledge, and we just saw a guy carrying a cross down the road, and he had explained what the cross was for and why the guy was doing it. I'm not going to go into that. I'm not allowed to. But anyway, Clint, he was sitting there, and we made the prayer, and he finished the prayer. Everybody said, and I said, "You forgot the most important part." And I said, "Dear Lord, please start the truck, start the bus," something like that. And everybody laughed. And Clint said something. I said, "What? Something happened. I can't remember what it was." And he said, "Don't test my faith. I have all the faith in the world." And I said, "Well, aren't you going to try to start the bus?" He said, "Yes, I will." And he started the bus. And we had been sitting there for like 30, 40 minutes, maybe longer. I don't know. But anyway, God made the bus start. God did. And it was through Clint's faith of trying to start the bus. I'm going to stop. So anyway, that was when I was like, I think 12 or 13 years old. I had just started going to First Baptist Church right here in Lone Grove. Now, Juanita was in there. Michelle Womack was in there. It was Juanita Womack, Michelle Womack. Richard Womack was walking down the road to go get help. It was on a Sunday. It was on Sunday. He was walking down the road to get help. And we went out, and God led us right to Richard. We got Richard, and we came back. But I remember it because Richard said, how'd you get the bus started? How'd you get it started? I said, we prayed. He goes, what? He got back on the bus. We took off. Now, when you witness miracles from God happening, you don't try to deny it. You don't, because I've seen them. I mean, you should have seen what happened in Baltimore with the in Baltimore, Maryland, with the seagulls. You should have seen. It was amazing. I mean, God shows me that stuff all the time, and people still deny it. I watched a cop deny it somewhere in West Virginia. One second. Gotta restart. Okay. I watched a cop deny God right there in West Virginia. It's where I got some pistachio. I got them in the room. I went all the way to West Virginia just to get back pistachios, and I think what was the original Ollie's, bargain store original Ollie's. Had to be. I don't know. But God told me turn your head. We were getting gas. God said, turn your head to the left. And I turned my head to the left. And I could see the birds up there. They came off the wire and they flew one way. He said, turn your head to the right. And I did. And the birds flew the other way. They kind of kept going in circles. Every time God would say, do this, do that, the bird would fly one way, the bird would fly the other, bird fly the other, bird fly the other way. And God said, do something. And I think they all got back on the wire. And then I finished getting my gas. And I said something to the guy about how I keep getting locked up, telling the birds and animals, insects keep doing stuff. And what do the behavioral health people say? Well, animals do crazy things, don't they? No. God controls animals and insects, weathers, and plagues. You're about to find out that the plague is real, guys. You're about to find it out. It's not my fault. You keep denying God. Anyway, I'm done. This video ends now. Have a good day.